Here's Brody Brazil.
I've been really thinking deep about this lately. How the general public treats professional athletes. And I suppose some of this is based on what Simone Biles has just gone through in the last several days at the Olympics, withdrawing from a couple various events, because as she has admitted, her mental state is just not right. And to the point where it's physically affecting things that she can and cannot do. Now, I'm pretty sure most people feel bad for her. They understand that she's human, as we should, and she's going through something like a lot of us do. But some people don't understand why now. Why is this a thing? You've been doing it a majority of your young life, but you're used to this. You do this all the time. Other people think it's ridiculous that somebody has qualified for the Olympics and they can't perform in the heat of the moment. What kind of competitor are you? And it is completely sad that those thoughts are out there. When I paint a hypothetical here, what if Simone Biles just said, my ankle hurts? It's a physical problem. Well, everybody says, oh, that is a shame. That is too bad. We feel terrible for you. But because she says it's a mental problem, that's a thing. That's a holdup for people? Are you serious? And getting back to my point here, it's time that we look at professional athletes. I realize she's an Olympian, so, technically an amateur, but similar status. It's time that we look at professional athletes as the human beings they are and the problems they go through, just like you and I. I'm kind of tired of the stigma that, well, they make millions of dollars. They get paid a high dollar amount to do this. And so, of course, they should be participating constantly at the highest levels. And they should never have any mental setbacks. They should never have a bad day at the office. Come on. I mean, they get paid handsomely because they've maneuvered themselves into a prime opportunity. Getting to the major leagues, like hypothetically in baseball, that's hard. You know what's harder? Staying in the major leagues. And that toll, that constant grind, that waking up every day, feeling the pressure to perform, feeling like a ton of weight is on your shoulders. And if you think that I'm just making this up, I'm not. I mean, even the best athletes, even the ones who are on a roll, like things have been going well for them, individually or for the team or both lately, they still wake up every morning with a ton of pressure to keep performing. It's a stress-based business. That's why men and women get paid so much to be professional athletes. It's a unique responsibility. It's got a high reward to it, but that doesn't make it easy. That doesn't make it normal. I want to share this observation, and I hate to make a generalization, but this is so true. Athletes I know over the course of their respective seasons, how do I say this? They get a little cranky as the year goes on. Now, why would athletes, for the most part, all get a little bit cranky when a lot of times things are going their way? It's because the season is a physical grind, which we all see, right? Like you're 75 games into an 82-game hockey season, or you're 113 games into 162 in Major League Baseball. Physically, you're a bit worn out. But mentally, you're completely worn out as well, too. And that's not something I'm sure most people are seeing. Now, I'm not trying to be mean here. I'm not going to name any names on this either. But so many times I just communicate with an athlete and they're just not the same, quite honestly, as they were back in training camp for hockey or back in spring training for a baseball player when they were, hey, casual, how's it going? Let's strike up a conversation. How you doing? You get to the 2/3 mark of both of their seasons and it's like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm fine. You can sense the strain and the drain on these individuals. I'm also not going to speak for them and make excuses for them. They don't want that. Professional athletes do not want that, especially coming from me. But I also, in fairness, need to paint the picture that they love what they're doing. This is the chosen profession. This is such an opportunity, but it is so mentally draining on them. And I want to add one more important thought to the end of all this, and that is the toll that the modern athlete takes versus a professional athlete from, let's say, 25 years ago, even 10 years ago. It all centers around social media. Now, here in 2021, you, the fan, have a tremendous platform, have a tremendous voice, whether you think it or not, whether you know it or not. All a fan has to do is tag their favorite or least favorite professional athlete, and chances are they'll see that message at some point. Or their family member will see it, or their wife will see it, or girlfriend will see it, or boyfriend will see it, or parent or child will see it, or cousin will see it. And it will eventually get back to them if it's warranted. My point being, athletes are exposed to so much feedback in this day and age that a professional from the 90s or even the 2000s never had to experience. And yeah, I understand. Well, yeah, your comment might be, well, stay away from social media. That's all you have to do. Well, honestly, can you? If you're really good at your business, you're building your brand on these social platforms, and it's an avenue of communication between you and your fans directly. Why wouldn't you want something like that? But why would you want the constant feedback? A positive's great. Everybody loves a pat on the back. You did great today. You pitched well. But who wants to hear it every single time the game didn't go your way? And yeah, let's use baseball. It's a game of failure. Who wants to hear it from the fans every single time? The anonymous fans, every single time. I get it. A lot of fans think that's part of the experience. That's part of sports these days. It's just the way it goes. Is it though? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you shouldn't say what you want to say or, have your opinions and feelings or be hard on people to perform. Okay. That's fine. I'm just telling you, when I go back to the mental side of all of this, the toll that stuff is taking is also more than you know, and it's something that previous generations of athletes never had to deal with. So let me just close all of this out by saying, physically, we've always looked at professional athletes in a way that we care about how everything is going. How's your elbow injury? How's your knee? How's your lower body injury? How's your upper body injury? Can you play tonight? But whoever says, hey, what's going on inside your head? You doing all right? Everything good with you? Mentally, are you ready to physically perform on the ice, on the field? I just want the general public, I hope this video can get you thinking in a different way, to start thinking about these pros, your favorites, and also the ones you don't like, as people more than players. Before I let you go, if you wouldn't mind, if you like this type of content and you're here, you've watched till the very end, consider subscribing to the channel. I really would appreciate that. I'm trying to grow this platform for a place that you and I can come and have these extracurricular talks. And if you like this video, hey, I'd also appreciate a thumbs up on that too. All right? Talk to you next time, and let's just be good humans. How about that?